Guys, Bali is requesting for 0 quarantine. When? How? So watch this video until the end. Oops. My name is Hoax Misa. I'm your host in Bali. Let's go. Guys, welcome to What's Up Bali channel. Channels that only give you the last update about how to travel to Bali, Bali travel regulation and condition in Bali now. If you're interested in one of those, consider to subscribe. Guys, Bali, Governor of Bali, Iwayan Kosner, proposing to 0 quarantine for international travelers come to Bali. Yes! Well, actually guys, this is not the first time. Sometime in December 2021, initiated by Business and Hotel Owners Association, they had requested to Jakarta these 5 points. Number 1, no quarantine for travelers who have already fully vaccinated and have negative PCR tests. At least, if not possible, then continue the project of 3 green zones that the government already started back in July 2021. I don't know why it stopped. So those 3 green zones can be like the sandbox for Thailand, you know, the Phuket. And those 3 green zones are Nusa Dua, Sanur, and Ubud. So the purpose is tourists will not waste their time because of this quarantine. They still can explore the area. That's the first request. Number 2 was easing or make it easy the process for the visa, or reactivate the visa on arrival. At least for some countries who has low risk and most of their citizens already fully vaccinated. And that was number 2. And number 3, allowed the transit flight. Because back then in December, only direct flight who allowed to land in Bali. And number 4, lower the coverage of the health insurance. Back then it was required for coverage value $100,000. And number 5, add more countries to the list of countries that can fly direct to Bali. Back then it's only 19 countries. Now let's see the progress. After 2 months it's been proposed. You know, it will propose in December, right? And now we are in February. Number 1, add more countries to the list of countries that can fly directly to Bali. I wrote it down everything here, so I won't forget. So it was only 19 countries, but now all countries can fly direct to Bali. Okay, good. Number 2, lower health insurance coverage. It was required $100,000 coverage for the insurance, for the health insurance. But now it's only required $25,000 coverage. In fact, now if you couldn't find the insurance, you're still allowed to come to Indonesia. You're still allowed to enter Bali, but you need to sign a letter signing that you will pay if you need to be treated medically. And the third one was allow transit flight. And now transit flight is allowed. Before it was difficult for, let's say, people in the United States. How can they come directly without transit to Bali? That's too long. That's impossible. They're probably gonna land in the sea. So people from United States, for instance, they can go to South Korea first, and then Singapore, and then Bali. That's allowed now. So it doesn't have to be direct flight anymore. Good. It's another progress. And for number 4 and 5, make it cheaper and easy to get the visa and the quarantine. So actually only these 2 left, the visa and the quarantine. For the visa, I'm gonna talk in the next video, because I don't want to make this video is gonna be too long. So in this video, I'm just gonna talk about the quarantine, the progress for the quarantine. But before we talk about the quarantine, I'm gonna announce something. There's a good progress again. It's about the international flight to Bali. On the last February 2nd, the first international flight has landed in Bali. It's by Garuda Indonesia, coming from Narita, Japan to Bali. And it carried 12 passengers, if I'm not mistaken. And this flight planned to be every week. And then yesterday, the 16th of February, the first Singapore Airlines landed in Bali, carried around 150 passengers. And this flight is planned to be regular every day. And in March, to be exact, in March 4th, Garuda Indonesia has reopened the route from Sydney to Bali. Yep, from Sydney to Bali. And, wait a minute, another one, there's another one. Start from March 16, Jetstar Asia start also the route from Singapore to Bali. Great, right? And now still in process for Jetstar coming from Australia and also the Batik Air. Whoa, what a progress! Yes, we're speeding up now, Now back to our topic. Yes, as I said before, the Governor of Bali, Iwayan Kosner, is proposing to Jakarta to have free quarantine for tourists who already got fully vaccinated and negative PCR test. Yep, no quarantine for international tourists. And this proposing to start in March. Yep, next month, man. Next month. This March 2022. The reason he said, number one, because COVID in Bali is decreasing and keep on decreasing. And number two, people who got hospitalized because of the COVID is less than 10%, and in average get cured less than 5 days. And number three, almost all people in Bali is already fully vaccinated, including me, my family, and my staff. Above 12 years old for the one dose is already 105%, and more than 94% who's got 2 doses, fully vaccinated. Elderly, 60 or 65 years old above, already 84% who's got the first dose, and 74% who's got full doses, fully vaccinated. And for under 12 years old, it's already, let me see, I need to make sure because we're talking about data. Okay, for 1 dose, it's already 105%, and for 2 doses, the fully vaccinated is already 90%, including my son. And it proved by looking at the number that people who need to be hospitalized is less than 10%. And in average get cured less than 5 days. By this, Bali see there's no reason to not go on with the zero quarantine. So travelers, you don't need to be worried again about the quarantine scam, because soon there won't be any quarantine. While in the meantime, for your info, the government has put these matters into priorities, and hotels who got caught doing this again will get very heavy punishment, like fine, and maybe cannot operate anymore. And also now tourists, travelers, international travelers allowed to ask for the second test from different provider if this thing happen. Well, after all, PCR test is not 100% accurate anyway. So then, is it sure that this zero quarantine will be in March? Well, in the media it's mentioned April, look here. Well, this still in process. Let's see what happens. For me, March, April, we can wait, can we? As long as this thing happening. So don't forget to share this video so more and more people around the world who love Bali, who want to travel to Bali, know about this progress. So for you who haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you won't miss any update from me regarding how to travel to Bali, Bali travel regulation, and condition in Bali now. Especially regarding the process of this zero quarantine and the visa, which I'll post the video maybe in 3 days. Till then, my name is Hoax, I'm your host in Bali. See you in the island of God. Stay safe.